Our first lesson is from the book of Genesis. God said to Noah and his sons with him, I am now setting up my covenant with you and with your descendants, and with every living being with you, with the birds, with the large animals, and with all the animals of the earth, leaving the ark with you. I will set up my covenant with you, so that never again will all life be cut off by floodwaters. There will never again be a flood to destroy the earth. God said, This is the symbol of the covenant that I am drawing between me and you and every living thing with you, on behalf of every future generation. I have placed my bow in the clouds. It will be the symbol of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the bow appears in the clouds, I will remember the covenant between me and you and every living being among all creatures. Floodwaters will never again destroy all creatures. The bow will be in the clouds, and upon seeing it, I will remember the enduring covenant between God and every living being of all the earth's creatures. God said to Noah, This is the symbol of the covenant that I have set up between me and all creatures on earth. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God. God, you guide our journey. We place our trust in you. God, you guide our journey. We place our trust in you. Eternal One, our lives are yours. We trust you completely. Come quickly before our adversaries gain the upper hand. Don't leave us hanging. Don't disappoint us. Instead, derail those who scheme against us. God, be our GPS system. Draw us a roadmap. Prod us when we get off track. Keep our feet from slipping. Teach us everything we need to know. You are our deliverer and our safety belt. We are secure in you every day of our lives. God, you guide our journey. We place our trust in you. God, you guide our journey. We place our trust in you. Ancient of Days, you have always been compassionate, merciful, and loving toward your children. Help us through our growing pains and immature decisions. Remember that you are our loving parent who desires the best for us. You are gracious and honorable. You teach us how to live life well. Eternal One, help us to be humble and yield to what is just and true. Give us a driving lesson so we know how to navigate life. All of your highways are roads of steadfast love and stability if we journey with you and are faithful to your guidance. God, you guide our journey. We place our trust in you. God, you guide our journey. We place our trust in you. Our second lesson is from 1 Peter. Christ himself suffered on account of sins, once for all, the righteous one on behalf of the unrighteous. He did this in order to bring you into the presence of God. Christ was put to death as a human, but made alive by the Spirit. And it was by the Spirit that he went to preach to the spirits in prison. In the past, these spirits were disobedient when God patiently waited during the time of Noah. Noah built an ark in which a few, that is 8, lives were rescued through water. Baptism is like that. It saves you now, not because it removes dirt from your body, but because it is the mark of a good conscience toward God. Your salvation comes through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who is at God's right side. Now that he has gone into heaven, he rules over all angels, authorities, and powers. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God. The Holy Gospel according to Luke. Now all the tax collectors and sinners were coming near to listen to Jesus. And the Pharisees and the scribes were grumbling and saying, "This fellow welcomes sinners and eats with them." So Jesus told them a parable. Jesus had special attraction for those excluded from respectable society. They listened to what he had to say. This annoyed the strict set. Their complaint was, "He spends time with disreputable types of people and even has meals with them." Jesus explained what he was doing like this. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ.